Welcome to GuthrieSportsPage.com. Chris Evans with the ball coach of the Guthrie BlueJays, head coach Rafe Watkins. We always talk about this first time of the year. My first question, 9 years as the Blue Jay head coach.
It's gone by very quickly for me. Hopefully it's been gone by for everybody else. You know, some people, gosh, is that guy ever going to leave? But no, it's gone by quickly. We've had some great young men come through the program in the last 8 years, and we got a bunch coming up through. I was able to go watch our 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th grade teams on Monday night, and my gosh, we got talent coming there. And our junior highs have their games tomorrow night. The 7th and 8th grade look very good against Kingfisher, and you know, the high school, we're getting better each day. We've got a long way to go, but we're getting better each day.
Finally, game week here on a Wednesday, and all the summer, all the camps. It just seemed like it was a long summer in springtime.
It does, but it goes by so quickly too. You know, how when you have that old veteran team coming back, it just rolls by so slow. And this year it got on us quicker than what, because we still have so many things to cover. And here we are on our last day of full pads, and we got our script practice tomorrow in helmets, and then we go play an outstanding McGuinness team. And so it's an anticipation that you always look forward to. It's because it's so much different than the scrimmages. You know, we look to the scrimmages, but still there's no stunning in the scrimmages, and you're holding back on a lot of what you're doing defensively and offensively. And of course, there's no special teams, and that's something you always worry about, obviously, the first game. And so it's good to get it down there. I'll be glad when kickoff is and get it started and see what we're at.
There's a lot of similarities between your Jays and McGuinness Irish. Young quarterbacks. Both you and Coach Young feel like your front seven are pretty good defensively. You'll have some new players, some fresh faces, and a lot of new starters on both sides.
Well, both of us are definitely got better defenses right now than we do offenses. There, you know, and like you said, there's a lot of similarities. We both believe that defenses wins championships, and you got to be able to run the ball. You will see them a little bit different than what we've seen them in the past. After they got beat by us in Tulsa Kelly last year, they went to some shotgun. Now, they'll still get in their eyes some, but they went to some shotgun stuff, much what we do. They're running the veer and the load option, speed option, zone option, still running some, you know, their short little X passing game, and they'll still get in their eye where they can run their play action passes, but, you know, they look a lot different than what we've seen in the past from a McGuinness team. Defensively, they're still in their 4-3, and they run it extremely well. They're like us. They pursue the ball so well. They're not as big up front as they were last year, and you know, they're like us. They've got some question marks here and there, but Kenny Young's always going to have a great defense over there, and he really feels like his secondary is his strength this year. He thinks his secondary and this group of wide receivers may be as good, and they're all the same, by the way, but he thinks they may be a stronger unit of receivers as they've ever had.
And the thing about it, we talk about the new faces for Guthrie and McGuinness, yet a lot of publications, resources still have Guthrie McGuinness top 5 in their class and a chance to win that district title.
That's true, and you know, a lot of that goes back to the tradition of it, and that's an honor for our kids and our coaching staff and our community. But we know that good thing is it doesn't matter in high school where the rankings are at. I'd be telling you this if it was ranked 12th right now, but it's nice that we're ranked 3rd. It's good that we have that reputation now, but you got to go out and still prove it on Friday nights and Thursday nights and just see what we can do. But I like our team. I like them because they come out and work every day hard. They're smart kids, and we're getting everything out of them right now. Again, I don't know what's going to come about Friday night. I think our kids are going to show up, and we're going to be tough, smash-mouth Blue Jay football. But, you know, we're going to make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. When you're young on the offensive line and at quarterback is what we are, we're going to make some mistakes. I mean, we're all just kidding ourselves if we say we're not. I'd love to go out there and look in midseason form with, 10 returning starters, but it's not going to happen. But if we go out and minimize mistakes, don't have the turnovers, have the stupid penalties. Right now I'm more worried about our penalties because we call it so much in practice, and we've had some holding and pass interference in the secondary and some jumping off sides on both sides of the ball that frustrates you and worries you. So hopefully we won't have a bunch of penalties that will, hurt us on anything that we may gain.
A lot of build-up in this situation. Last year, Ryan Randolph, Keaton Callens, 2 state championship quarterbacks. This year, you got a sophomore Chambord getting his first start at McGuinness, and then freshman Dutton getting his start. Talk about that process.
Well, 2 young, going to be very good quarterbacks. They're just raw right now and don't know a whole lot. But both sides feel like that's the guys that's going to give them the best chance to win. And for us, that it was a tough decision. We have 3 quality quarterbacks. That's a good thing. We've probably got as much depth as we've ever had because they're all 3 very even. Just when it comes down to it, I'm sure Coach Young was the same way. You just got to look at what is how does your team move best with what quarterback, and who do you feel like with what you like to do. And for us, the option game, and that's really kind of what won it for Brian. It was just the fact we feel like he's a little more consistent at running the option. I thought all three's thrown the ball reasonably well. Of course, they're not Keaton, and we've never tried to believe that they were, but they are very efficient, all three of them, at throwing the ball, which was a pleasant surprise for us this year in the fall season so far. But option game for us is a key, and right now Dutton's a little bit ahead of the others and not running the option.
One other factor that I'm always interested in the first game, and as you coaches are too, we don't practice special teams in scrimmages. How's that going to fare, you think?
Well, I think that, and again, they said at that when they talked from being state champions last year at Coaches Clinic, they said they never lost special teams. Well, last year, if you remember, we blocked a punt on them, and they missed a field goal and stuff. So we won the special teams battle last year, and we always pride ourselves on that. Coach Michoud does a fantastic job in the last 8 years. I can't count the number of punt returns, kickoff returns, punts inside the 10-yard line, the little things that's won us ball games, and it's so vital. Last year when we blocked that punt, that was the turning point in the game because it was 7-3 right then, and we got the short field win and scored, made it 14-3, and so things kind of changed, and we scored again late, and it just helped us out a lot in turning the field position. That's what you worry about. We do so much. We go 30 minutes a day, so we feel like we put in the time for special teams. We go pretty live. We have guys, our first defense going against the extra point and the punt, and so we try to put some pressure on our guys. Hank Hudson's returning. He's been kicking the ball extremely well. Our punting is a little rough right now. That's always a concern. Making sure we get the snap and getting the punts off. But extra points, field goals, and kickoff, we've been very solid at.
I know the kids are excited, but is it kind of like December 23rd for an 8-year-old getting ready for big Christmas Day, 2 days before game?
Well, I guess I've got butterflies. If that's what it means. So I used to get butterflies, I guess, when I was young about Christmas. So when I get to where you don't get this feeling, then you need to quit. But yeah, it's an exciting time. Again, you're always anxious to see how your kids are going to react under pressure, and we'll see a little bit more on Friday night of what we're going to be like.
It's going to be a fun season of Guthrie Blue Jay football.
I think it will be. Again, it's not what, Friday night's probably not going to be a scoring fest for either team. It's going to be a defensive battle, which that's what both teams like. And whoever makes the fewest mistakes, and I know that's old cliche, but the turnovers and the kicking game and the little mental mistakes will be the difference in the game.
We were expecting 70 points last year, only got 24 total. So
well, you might be 14 might be the over-under right now.
Coach, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Rafe Watkins of the Guthrie Blue Jays.